There's no such thing as sight reading. And when I was younger, taking jazz theory, arranging, composition, improvisation, classes, lessons, master classes, camps, my teachers, for example, would sometimes say, if you're in the key of C and you have the 2 chord, D minor 7, you should use the D Dorian mode. And I would raise my hand. And I'd say, well, isn't that just the same thing as a C major scale? And the teacher would say, no. The D Dorian mode is a C major scale beginning and ending on D. And I'd say, okay. And then the teacher would say, and in jazz, the root of the chord, in this case the D, is not a very interesting note, and so it's kind of boring and vanilla sounding, and so you probably want to focus on one of the other notes of the harmony and begin and end your phrases on something other than the D. And I would raise my hand again, and I'd say, but wait, if I'm using the D Dorian mode, and I start and end on a note other than a D, doesn't that just change it into one of the other modes? And the teacher would say, no. It's a D Dorian mode starting and ending on a different note. I said, all right, got it. And then the teacher would say, and the most interesting notes that you should focus on are the color tones, which in this case is the 3rd and the 7th. So those would be good choices to focus on and begin and end your phrases on. And I would raise my hand and I would ask, but isn't the 7th of a D minor 7 chord a C? So if I use a D Dorian mode and I start and end my phrase on a C, doesn't that just turn it back into a C major scale? And they say, no, it's a D Dorian mode beginning and ending on C. I'm like, well, this is like taking an airplane to get to the next door neighbor's house. It seems like we're going a long way around to get back to the same place, but I guess this guy knows what he's talking about. They're paying him. You know, he's got the skins on the wall. He's got a doctor in front of his name, so, you know, what do I know? And then, well, that was it. Well, that was it. No further clarification. That's all. Now, it's not, I mean, all of that stuff is true. And if all you want to do is get an A on your written multiple choice theory exam, well, that'll get it for you. But with no further clarification and no discussion on how the Dorian scale can be used to make it representative of that 2-function harmony in the key, other than the starting note. From a practical point of view, that's completely tedious and needless trivia, and it's not usable. It's not usable information. But there is more. There is more. My name's Mark Dooley. I've been a private music teacher for 36 years, focused on practical theory and music literacy. If you'd like to hear more, follow me. If you like lessons, contact me. If you can learn how to read words, you can learn how to read music.